What's up, guys, gals? Just giving everybody a minute to get on here, if anybody gets on here. And y'all may hear my dogs. Y'all may hear my dogs barking. They crazy. They always barking at something. I'm just giving everybody a second to get on. Actually, I done gave you like 50 seconds and nobody's on. So, um, there's somebody. I'm trying to find on the computers. Oh, let me mute that. Can you hear me? Man, I don't like that phone over there. I don't have a very good setup for a live stream. Not in the recliner, at least. Let's see if I can put it down here. Uh, that's not working. Anyway, hey, drop me a comment down there. Got 3 people watching. Nothing in particular. I'm just on here tonight. I'm home by myself. Well, me and the 4 mutts, and I decided I'd just do a little live stream. Until my phone battery dies, at least. New Hope Cuts and Lawn Care. Hey, man, what's up, buddy? Doing good. Just taking it easy at the house. Don't have anything to do tonight, so I figured I'd get on here for a few minutes and do a live stream. A live stream is much better than picking up pine cones, brother. Anybody in here that if you're not subscribed, check out New Hope Cuts and Lawn Care. Good channel. He does a lot of short stuff. He can say in 30 seconds what I make an 18-minute video about. So good channel. I'm ready to mow up some cones, man. Pine cones are terrible here. Everywhere I go, pine cones. Got my coffee, man. Oh, got to have that coffee. All right, where your other 4 at? Y'all comment, man. Don't be shy. The yeah, the season's getting ready. We actually, I started cutting this week. We cut year round. Some commercial accounts. Uh, we got a couple of homeowners that we probably do once a month. And oh, there you go. Pinecone Properties next week, man. So I actually started a week early. I usually try to start about the first week of March, but I went ahead because we're kind of busy with the build on the house, and so I don't ever know when I'm gonna need to be there. I got some guys that are helping me out, and like not charging me, helping me out, and I don't want to leave them there working and me not be there. Something don't seem right about that. So I went ahead and got started this week, and oh, that's good, man. Yeah, those commercial properties are good. My experience with them has been good anyway. Now you can get some commercial properties that are like homeowners. They want to pay the bare minimum, and they really don't want to keep the property up. We got some around here. I went and quoted one last year, and it was a disaster. Um, the people, they weren't even picking up the trash. They were just cutting over it. And so the lady says, I want it done. I want it done right. And I gave her the quote. I never heard back from her. So, you know, you get what you pay for kind of thing when it comes to that. If you got to spend 30 minutes picking up trash before you can even start mowing, you know, you got to charge for that. So, gas stations, man, the only thing about a gas station is, in most cases, there's not a lot to cut. There is a lot of edging, a lot of trimming. But the other thing with gas stations, in my opinion, there's a lot of liability because, you know, there are always cars there. So, like, we do the college, and the college, we do it on Friday because they have a limited amount of people there. So it's less people around, less vehicles around. Uh, One of our banks, we usually do it after hours. Some of my doctor's offices, I do them after hours. Uh, you know, because people will park on the grass, they will park across the curbs where you got to edge at, and so you had to figure that into the price. Is, I guess that's what I'm saying. I don't turn them down, but if I'm gonna do something that's gonna create more liability for me, then I'm gonna kind of include that in the price. And the truth of the matter is, I bet I don't get 20% of the commercial properties that I quote, but you know, the ones that I got are good properties. So um, you know, the banks are a good property because not only do we cut them year round, we do all the landscape, we do all the mulch, and we put in, I think we did about 55 or 60 yards of mulch just at the 3 branches for the bank. And mulch, you make good money on mulch, you know, if you're charging right. So, yeah, man, you definitely got to consider that. Um, Commercial certainly gets you into liability. I tell you, the biggest thing too for me transitioning to doing some commercial properties, because I know a lot of us, you know, we in our videos we talk about, hey, we talk to this homeowner, or we might be talk about a homeowner that's going through a difficult time or something, and most of the time on commercial properties, there's no personal relationship there. Uh, Somebody is responsible for making sure the grass gets cut. They're not going to send you a text and say, hey, good job, the property looks great. They're not going to come out and have a 5-minute conversation with you. Uh, you know, you're just another vendor. And so that was a little bit of a different transition because, you know, a lot of times we gauge on, you know, especially our quality, we gauge that based on feedback from the customer. And what you find on commercial properties is 9 times out of 10, if you hear from the company, it's because they got a problem. They don't like something you did, something happened, something's broken, something didn't get done. And so they're emailing you, texting you, whatever the case might be. It's a good question though. Yeah, same here, man. You know, I got some customers that talk too much, and I like to talk, so it's easy to get um, you know, bogged down when you got a busy day. But oh, look, there's Josh with Josh's Line of Landscape rolled up in here, man. I figure you still working tonight. Uh, Josh can't Josh can't get done for 9 o'clock. I said, "What's up, Buster?" Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, I love building relationships with the customers and stuff, and you know, I'll say this on my residential. Now, you know, man, I'm knocking stuff over. Sorry about that. Rascal. This is my son right here. You can be on YouTube, buddy. I don't want no sugar. All right, go sit down somewhere. Go sit down. My favorite child right there, in case anybody's wondering. Um, Man, I forgot what I was gonna say. Dog got me distracted. Yeah, Josh out there mowing in the dark. Hey, what kind of yeah, Rascal wanna be a star. Hey, what kind of jump off pack was that you had? Wasn't that you, Buster, that had the short video I seen today with the boosted off your truck? Starlight Mowing Services. You got that right. Hey, the time will be. I don't. When's the time change? It's getting pretty close. Um, I'll be glad when it gets dark at 8 o'clock, especially like for those banks and stuff going and doing them after hours. Genius jump pack. Okay. Yeah, that thing looked pretty handy. So, all right, the on the 12th the time changes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because man, I got a lot of work to do between mowing season starting officially next week. The house bill, the four outside walls. I haven't posted a picture on Facebook because my wife, she's gone somewhere tonight. She wasn't there to take a picture with me. But those of you that follow us on Facebook, you see our pictures we put up. But the four walls are exterior walls are framed up now. So between doing that and the mowing and starting to try to pack here at the house and get rid of some of our non-essential stuff and put it in a storage container that I bought. Of course, I can do that at night in the dark, inside, but I'm gonna enjoy having them longer afternoons, but I'll be tired. Yeah, man, I was kind of surprised that thing would. Was the battery completely dead on the truck? Yeah, I know, Josh. Man, when you got a set schedule working through the day, it's tough doing this thing. I've been very fortunate, uh, very blessed that even with ministry, I'm able to break away and do some things. Earlier in the day, I've been able to do it. So it was completely dead. Man, that is crazy, man. How much that thing cost? I'm curious now. I keep jumper cables in the truck, but you still got to, you know, have somebody to stop and boost you off, and that'd be good for one of the lawnmowers when it's on the back of the property and the battery dies or something. You can't drive the truck around there to it, rut up the yard. I like to mow later in the day. $50 off Amazon, man, that's a good deal. Elro Mo bought a jumper pack, and I think he might have got it from Harbor Freight or something. But we used it like one time, and the next time we went to use it, it had got left on or something and killed a battery on it, and it never would charge back up again. I'm looking to get some lights for my mowers. Yeah, you better you better get some good LED floodlights, man. The way you mowing. Yeah, Harbor Freight, man. I found them. I found those to be some good tools. I bought quite a bit of stuff from them. Um, I don't know. Maybe some of that stuff, mechanical type stuff, wrenches and power tools. I mean, kind of like I use Ryobi. Uh, I know you use Ryobi or some of it, I think. But no, you got Craftsman, don't you, Buster? What kind of battery tools you got? But like I use the Ryobi, and they do good for me. I mean, I know they're not as good as a Milwaukee, and if I were using them 8 or 10 hours every day, I'd probably go with something else. But um, yeah, it's illegal to use a spotlight on a deer, Josh. uh, game warden be looking for you, man. Got one I might want to shoot sometime. Craftsman, Ryobi, Harbor Freight, and Milwaukee. Okay. I know. I'm pretty sure I seen some Ryobi stuff up in the little shed, little man cave you got there. You got you got those Craftsman pruners, don't you? I got the Ryobi ones. They weren't pretty good. If it's an inch or less, they helped me out a lot on the crepe myrtles this year. But once they got over an inch, they didn't those just they didn't do as good. Now the battery lasted forever. I buy tools only now for Ryobi, and then I just order my batteries because the smallest ones I get anymore are the 4 amp hour. They're a little bit heavy when you're using the drill and driver just to do light work with, but those 2 amp, 1.5 amp hour and 2 amp hour batteries they come with, I've had 2 or 3 of them. Use them one time, charge them once or twice, and they won't even take a charge anymore. And so I just started ordering the tool only. It's a little bit cheaper to get it, to get the tool that way. And then I catch those batteries on sale, and I just buy me 2 or 4 of them. They work well. I don't use the loppers now. Yeah. I mean, mine helped me out a lot, but I did have to use the loppers when I got into the, you know, probably once I hit 1.25 inches. Yeah, you know what I use for that, Josh? I use my Sawzall. Well, it's not a Sawzall, reciprocating saw. Uh, put a good wood blade on it, and now I'm thinking on that on the one that you're talking about though, it might be a little faster. Yeah, those battery pruners, and you do a good bit of pruning. They're worth it, in my opinion. Look there, Josh, the coffee man. I don't even know what all these buttons are at the bottom of my phone. Okay, got one by Bauer, Harbor Freight, man. Time for my evening cup too. My first pruning job paid for my set. Yeah, you know, uh, I like cutting grass, but doing mulch, you can make money. Um, and pruning, you can make money on it if you price it right. And really, you know, um, if you make the same labor rate pruning as you do mowing, I mean, you do really good. The V ride, yeah, I'm gonna do a video on the V ride. I think here, I'm gonna try to get one out next week. I was gonna do it for a Sunday special, but I just never did get all my stuff together for it. We worked today. Me and Z Man worked today, so uh, he wanted to make some money, and I had some things that little loose ends that I need to tie up. So he and I just worked today. But I do like the V rides. In fact, I just ordered an advanced chute system for it about an hour ago. Uh, I hadn't ordered one of those. I mean, I bought it with the intent of keeping it, but I wanted to try it for a while. We have a lot of a light, almost a yellow winter grass here. I don't know what it's called. Josh will probably know what it is. And when you hit it, it just lays down. I mean, it on the X1 and on the Super S. I really haven't tried cutting it with a Super Z because I don't usually take it out because it does a terrible job of chopping up leaves. So I don't usually take it out this time of year. But the V Ride, it pretty much cuts that stuff on the first pass. I was very impressed with it. Very impressed with it. And I say, you know what? I don't know. I don't. Now, the V Ride and the Super S both have basically 29 horsepower EFIs on them. That Kohler does not have the power that Kawasaki has. I'm actually having some trouble with that Super S again running. I don't know what the deal is with that thing. I don't know what it is, Josh, but I had a section in a customer's yard. You can't even weed eat it. When you hit it with a weed eater, it just twists up. I mean, it is terrible. I had a customer a couple of years ago. One of the only times I ever been called back to a job, he had a patch of it in his backyard, and I had just got the X1, and I mean, it had new blades on it, and he said, I don't know if it's that new mower you got, but I don't know what the deal is, but part of that in the back, you didn't cut it. And I was like, yeah, I cut it. And so I went back, looked at it. I ran over it like 10 times. It was a small spot. I just kept going over and over it. And I told him, I said, look, dude, that's the best I can get. That's not grass. That's weeds. um, Never owned a Gravely. Um, the guys that I've known that own Gravely's here, um, well, there's a big company here that runs nothing but Gravely. And I've seen some properties that they cut, and the cut looks good. But most of the people I know here that have had Gravely's are dissatisfied with them. Now, I think there's two reasons for that. In fact, the guy that bought my old Raptor SD, he had a Gravely, and he said that Raptor just cut circles around it because it only ran like 5 miles an hour. So I think there's two problems. Number one is I think I don't think guys are getting top of the line commercial um, Gravely's, and number two is the dealer that was selling them here uh, doesn't have the best customer service, I guess is the way I should say it. And so I think some of the issue has been with customer service. A buddy of mine that cuts here, he's had a Gravely, and uh, he just had all kind of trouble with it. And they would put it in the shop, and he'd never get it back when he was supposed to. And so he actually went and bought him a used Skag and started running it. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Josh. The EFI, I got two of them now, and if if those engines went out, I think I would put carbureted engines on them. I got a Super Z ordered, and it's got a 35 horsepower carbureted, the FX 1000 carbureted. I don't know when I'll get it. I'm not in a hurry to get it right now. Spend all my money on a house. Yeah, Buster. I mean, that's but again, the guys I see running around here with the rigs got 2 or 3 0 turns on them. Gravely's. I'm gonna guess that they like them, and they seem to do a good job. Had a good experience with Gravely. I want a small stand on for back gates. Yeah. Now I know the what the Gravely's got the Pro Stance. I know Wally and them use them at Beach River Landscapes, the one that I bought the Super or the V Ride from. They love them. They love them. And so I think like I said, I think the issue here was two parts. I think people were getting mid-grade residential trying to use them for commercial, and the dealer support was not great. So I certainly would not say anything bad about them because I don't know. I've never run them. Yeah, that 1000. Uh, yeah, that ought to do good in that biweekly Bahia grass. I hope Johnny at Upscale has a Pro Stance. Yeah, I think that's all Wally and them run now at Beach River, and they run mulching kits on all of them. Dealer support's a must. Absolutely, absolutely. And one of the issues I got, my dealer is old school, great guy. Um, but he's in the I don't know how many more years he'll do it. Um, and so he's never gotten into the EFI. And he told me uh, he ordered me that Super S, and I just had to have the EFI because it was the biggest engine available for that model. And he told me, he said, hey, I'll order it and I'll take care of anything on it except for the EFI stuff. And because, he doesn't have all the, you got to have the troubleshooting tools and all that kind of stuff. And he's just old school, likes carbureted. And I'm becoming more and more like that now. We would kill him more with a mulch kit on a bi-weekly. Yeah, bi-weekly Bahia. I'm interested to see how that V-Ride cuts Bahia. I mean, if it cuts it as good as it does winter grass, that might be my go-to mower. Now, I still like the Super S better. It's faster. Uh, I don't know. I like it better. Now, I've only run the V-Ride. I'd probably put 30 hours on it now. I like it. But it's definitely not as fast as that Super S. But, if at the end of the day, I want what's going to cut best. I mean, the Super S, you're not going to cut wide open most of the time anyway. What's your thought on mulch kits? I just don't think they do well. Yeah, not Bahia for sure. I wouldn't think so. I mean, I don't run them. Now we run shoot blockers. Like I said, I just ordered one for the Skag. We run shoot blockers on everything, and we do mulch up some stuff, but mainly our shoot, and that's not a mulch kit because you got to put all the baffles in for that. The other thing with the mulch kits, a lot of times they'll leave a little line of debris under the deck. Let's see here. Power shoot for the standard. I thought about there's a couple of good companies out there. Here's what I found. Y'all know I got the it's not the quick shoot, grass flap. I got the grass flap on the Super S. I'll never buy another one of them. I don't like it. One of the things is I like about the advanced shoot system, it actually has holes in the shoot blocker and it allows airflow to keep going. The Super S, when you close that chute off, it shoots stuff all out from under the deck, all over the top of the engine and all over you. So I want something that's got some air can get through it. Green Guard. I think Green Guard, one of the companies that I looked at that I considered buying from, I can't remember what it was, but they donated 10% of everything they got, like to I don't know if it was human trafficking or something like that. It was a good cause. All Blaze uses power shoot design, I think. Green Guard will not disappoint you. What's it got? Is it one just got a button that you put on your handles to open and close the flap? I know some of the power shoot type mechanisms do this. One of the things that I love about the advanced shoot system, okay, I thought it did. One of the things I love about the advanced shoot system and the grass flap for that matter, the grass flap, I can barely touch that pedal and I can control how much it opens. All the way open, or I can open it as much as I want to. Same thing with the advanced shoot system. I got to drive with one hand, but I can control that, and I do like being able to control how much material I let out. Johnny at Blaze of Grass uses one. Yeah, he might. Man, Johnny's got so much stuff. I love Johnny's channel, but it's so hard to keep up. He's always and that's what he does. He showcases products. So it's like every time I turn around, he's got something different pulling off the trailer. Advanced shoot system. Yeah, I got advanced shoot system on the Super Z, the X1, and I mean I like it on them, and that's what I'm fixing to. That's what I just ordered for the Skag, and it's probably what I'll put on Super Z. Yeah, he got a mall of products, man. Johnny's doing. I love Johnny though. Just a straightforward channel. You got to love a guy that retired Army, retired first sergeant. That's a huge. That's just an honorable thing. Huge responsibility, first sergeant. Um, And he just, I mean, people, I'm sure these companies just send him all kind of stuff because he has a good following, and that's what he, his platform is education, showing different products and talking about them, and I appreciate that kind of stuff because hey, if you're looking to buy something, and I think Johnny's the thing I like about Johnny, he's a no nonsense kind of guy, and if he doesn't think it works well, he'd tell you. All right, some of y'all other folks hanging out up in the chat, man. Y'all drop a comment. And my fingers getting tired holding this phone. Gotta stretch it. How many accounts do you have, Buster? Do you do this full time? I know you do some cooking or something too. Are you connected some way with a mobile cook deal? Where's your tripod? uh, it's probably laying on its back, looking up at the sky somewhere. How about your other two customers? You broke their hearts yet, Josh? I need to find a way to set this thing down. That's a terrible view there. Not yet. Got voicemail the other day. And you said you had those customers like what, 10 or 11 years? That's terrible. But it's a business decision, and kind of like you said in one, not your last video, but the one where you were talking about that. Um, you know, you got to make decisions based on the business. What's best for you and your business. I still don't like the way that's sitting. Yeah, it's just gonna have to work. Yeah, can't break up over voicemails. Just send them a text. Dear Johnny. Man, I'm waiting on my daughter to get home. She called a while ago and she said, hey, I'm gonna go to Olive Garden. You want something? Yup. Oh yeah. You know, uh, that's one of the things about a customer. Like I've given out, man, I've quoted about 4 or 5 properties in the last 2 weeks. And the people that are slow to get back with me, and you know, the ones that you can already tell through the first couple of conversations, it's going to be high maintenance. That's a good time to go ahead and cut the ties. Breadsticks and fettuccine. That's right, Josh. Alfredo, man. Yep. And I realize like people at work and stuff, but being slow to get back with you. But um, I got one. I went and quoted the other day, and the problem is people don't read stuff. So that's a little better. Let me set it like that. Maybe it'll stay up there without falling over. So I send this guy calls me and I said, hey, text me your address and your name, because I was out building a deck. I said, and I'll see you. I'll come look at it tomorrow. All right, great. 3 hours later, no text message. So I sent him a text and I said, hey man, um, I never got your address. Oh, I'm sorry, I sent it to the wrong number. I'm thinking, okay. So next day I go look at the property, and I send him an estimate just like I told him would that afternoon. And I can tell when they open it on the software that I use. Well, he didn't open it until the next day. The next day he says, hey, I'm fine with the price. Get us worked into the schedule. And thank you for responding so promptly to me. And I'm thinking, well, I did respond promptly to you, but it took you a day to respond to me. So I thought, okay. The next day he sends me a message and says, hey, um, is this $80 per cut or $80 per month? Now I got all of that clearly written in the estimate. Clearly. And I told him per cut, and I hadn't heard back from him. And so, see, I don't even think I was supposed to go cut that first of the week, but I don't even think I'm gonna go do it. I mean, if he messages me again, I might, but uh, I don't think so, man, because I can already tell, and it's a rental. I just there's signs. Uh, went to the house. Went to the house by the church. Sent me something. Okay, I'll be looking for it, man. I'll be looking for it. Yeah, man, Josh, your hat, you noticed it in the box. So I've got two cleaning green hats with a Josh's Lawn and Landscape hat in between them in my office. And then I got two Hustler hats and a spin. Go on, baby. That's one of the other dogs. I got the two Hustler hats with a Skag hat between them on one of the other shelves. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have too much orange. Kind of a garnet and gold kind of person, you know. Florida State, man. And I don't know what all these buttons are. I'm afraid to hit them. I don't want to do none of that. There's a way that you can, oh, I had to shut something off. I know there's a way that you can bring people up on the screen. But for some reason, my computer, the webcam will not connect to YouTube. I don't know why. The built-in webcam. So that's why I end up using my phone and then looking at the comments on the computer. But we need to get us a little live stream together where we can get us all up on the screen one night. Just chat, man. Kick around some ideas. Trying to see what this thing is here. I hope I don't turn nothing off, man. No, I better not mess with that. I got to get a good laptop. Yeah, you need your laptop, man. It helps out a lot, especially with editing videos and all. If one of y'all are pro at doing live streams, you need to do one. Set us up one night where you can pull us up on screen and all that. I hardly ever do any lives. Hey, y'all see this cup, man? Skeeter. That's laser engraved, etched or something. I'm gonna see about getting me some green ones and put my logo on it. I thought about seeing if I could get a couple of those made, and then when I do like the giveaways, I haven't done one in a while, but like in the summertime or whatever, maybe we'll give one. But I think that thing costs like $40. We're going to have a good contest for that. So anyway, man, look, I'm gonna get out of here. get a couple of things done before my daughter gets home. Like I said, I just want to come on here for a few minutes and do a live. Certainly enjoyed chatting with Buster and Josh, man. Uh, hope y'all have a great season. Yeah, yeah. You still hadn't done. I wasn't gonna bring that up, man. I wasn't gonna bring that up, Josh. I'm gonna have to do a giveaway for your 500 subs, man. But anyway, hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Certainly, Josh and Buster enjoyed the conversation, and let's get together one night, man, and let's do us a live and figure out how we can pull everybody up on the screen and maybe all the different subs we got. You know, between all of us, we can do some Q&A or something with them. I think it'd just be fun to do that. So, anyway, hey, appreciate y'all watching, man. Hope y'all have a great night.